So we have lots and lots of choices all around us. And one of those happens every day. And it may be the most important, but it's a choice that we place very little thought into. And unfortunately, it's becoming an underlying habit, if not an automatic anchor. And it's more harmful than any vice that you may be thinking about. Hey, everybody, it's EdTheTrainer. And I'll tell you what it is next on this week's Tips on Tuesday. So I hope that I've really grabbed your attention here, because this is a big, big deal. And honestly, it may be the most important idea of all to grasp, to realize, to wrap your head around. And it's the way that we speak to ourselves. That little voice inside of our heads, you know that little voice, I'm sure. It can be your most valuable asset, or in many cases, it may be your most expensive liability. Your own voice can be the worst enemy you'll ever face in your life. Remember, your mind is like a garden, isn't it? It's got super, super rich soil, and it's ready to grow and nourish whatever you allow to be planted in there. But if you don't tend to it intentionally, if you don't care for it, weeds are going to grow. And the seeds of doubt are going to spread all around. But here's the thing. It's usually not that we forget to tend to the garden and that we forget to feed them. It's more common that we are the ones who plant the weeds in our own minds. We plant the weeds willingly. We make that soil barren because of the way that we speak to ourselves, the way that we self-sabotage by not being mindful of how we self-talk, how powerful self-talk can be. I read a passage last week in a book that I'm working through that asked, if somebody else spoke to you the way that you speak to yourself, stay with me here, right? The way that you speak to yourself. If someone at work said to you, way to go, knucklehead, you might very well be the dumbest person on the planet. How would you react to them? Would you tolerate that if somebody else spoke to you that way? Or would you think, I can't really be around people like this? Yet, for many people, this is the constant dialogue going on right in our own minds. Guys, if you're struggling from this, even occasionally, listen, number one, just know you're not alone. And please know that changing this is simple. Now, I said simple. It's not easy. It's not easy because it involves changing some habits, doesn't it? It takes patience and an allowance to know that your efforts are not going to be perfect as you grow. But it starts with writing out a few things that you admire about yourself. Whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever you're comfortable with, write them out. And listen, if it's not about you at first, if you're not comfortable writing nice things about yourself, then just write out, 3 to 5 of your favorite quotes. And make it your practice to start each day and end each day reading these aloud. No, I get it. Some of you guys are saying, "Oh, come on, Ed, right. This is too hokey for me. This is a goofy thing to do." But listen, your subconscious mind only takes in what your conscious mind allows to get in there. So you've got to feed it on purpose. And you've got to do it regularly over time. And remember, you've got to be patient because things don't happen overnight. Things don't happen overnight. And if you don't know how to start, right, you've never done anything like this before. If you don't know how to start, just use some positive quotes. You don't have any positive quotes? You can use mine. Click the link in the description of this video and grab my favorite quotes via MP3. Just download it. Start there. But start. Start purposely feeding your own mind. Your fertile soil, right? The soil that you need to grow that beautiful garden that you deserve. Thanks for spending a couple of minutes with me today, everybody. I really, really appreciate your time. And again, make sure to follow the page, like the page, and don't forget that if you know someone who might need this today, share it with them. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.